On the outskirts of northeast England's largest city lies Gosforth Nature Reserve, a peri-urban nature reserve comprising of well-managed wetland and woodland habitat which supports some of the UK's most amazing nature.
As late spring turns into early summer, a unique opportunity to observe the reserve's elusive residents arises. The evening sun lingers on into the early night, revealing the activity of Britain's largest land predator, the European badger.
The presence of badgers has been traced back to 500,000 years ago, once cohabiting the natural landscapes of Britain with wolves, brown bears, and even wolverines. Historic hunting pressures and deforestation have now seen the loss of these other species from Britain, making the badger the largest remaining land predator. Standing about the same height as a pug, but doubling in width, and weighing up to double that of a red fox.
These brighter summer evenings allow us to observe the nocturnal hunters as they emerge in the dimming light, and it is a truly magical moment. Their poor eyesight is one of the few reasons that we are able to observe them so close, but it is made up for by their amazing sense of smell, 800 times stronger than our own. So when there is loud enough noise, the badger stops, sniffs, and retreats away again.
Badgers are opportunistic omnivores, meaning they will hunt and predate on whatever it is they can acquire. Whilst their diet is primarily made up of earthworms, with individual badgers reaching up to 200 earthworms per night, it also includes a vast variety of other food sources, including small mammals, invertebrates, fruits, nuts, bulbs, and tubers. And in rare cases, badgers are even known to predate on hedgehogs.
For a badger, sunlight is a rare occurrence reserved for the summer. They spend 70% of their entire lives underground, where they live in large sets. As ecosystem engineers, these wonderful creatures are able to dig themselves a network of tunnels and nesting chambers lined with grasses and moss for bedding. Disused chambers of these sets are often used by other animals too, providing unique subterranean habitat, supporting a whole range of species. With the UK's iconic red foxes being known to make their dens in disused chambers of active badger sets. A badger set can contain up to 20 plus adults, made up of a clan or family of badgers who all occupy the set and the surrounding territory, which extends up to 150 hectares beyond the set, where they roam, foraging for food before returning to rest. These territory boundaries are marked by a sequence of latrines, shallow pits filled with feces that mark the edge of the badger's territory, with their scent warning other badgers away.
As the year continues and the nighttime darkness lengthens, temperatures drop and food availability for badgers drops with it, leading to badgers entering a short-term form of hibernation called intermittent torpor. Torpor is not true hibernation, meaning while the badgers enter deeper sleep with reduced physical activity, they still wake periodically to search for food when their fat stores are lower, making particular use of the rare warmer days in winter, which spring them into nighttime activity.
It is said that, should a badger cross the path which thou hast taken, then good luck is thine, so it be said beyond the luck of men. But if it cross in front of thee, beyond where thou shalt tread, and if by chance thou turn the mould, thou art numbered with the dead. To come across the path of a badger is a magical moment, and unfortunately seeing that flash of black and white is becoming rarer and rarer.
Urban development threatens the habitats and lives of so many of our wonderful species, and the badger is no different. Badgers are restricted by their poor eyesight, and so they often walk tracks that their clan members have created and used for generations, meaning the development of roads across these paths are detrimental and contributes to the death of 50,000 badgers per year, roughly a fifth of their population. This drastic loss of badgers, amplified by illegal activities such as baiting, shooting and poisoning, are posing a huge threat to one of our most historic and mythical residents. But their threats don't end there.
Bovine tuberculosis is a highly infectious disease for cattle, which devastates the UK's farming businesses every year. Badgers can become infected by BTB, And while the disease itself is not a major threat to them, it was believed that they contributed to the spread of its transmission. And while there is very little scientific evidence to support any meaningful transition from badgers, this resulted in a government-supported badger cull across the UK. Of the 400 to 500,000 badgers in the UK, around 200,000 were killed by the end of 2022. But thankfully, in recent months, badger culling has been called to an effective end in Britain, with a new focus now on vaccinating badgers and cattle to stop the spread of this disease, a sustainable and preventative measure that protects both cattle and wildlife.
Luckily for the badgers of Gosforth Nature Reserve, their home and historic tracks have been protected, creating a tiny pocket at this reserve of safety for the badgers. And now, as culling ends, we get to see these wonderful creatures return. These nocturnal wonders will always be a magical sight, reserved for those committed to see them, but with the care and efforts to conserve them, we can protect the badgers from following the same path of the brown bear, wolf, or wolverine. And we can hope that these creatures can stay as a staple of UK wildlife for many years to come.